Hello and welcome everyone to another Starcraft to England cast. Now the game I've got for you today is between EGLzGaMeR and a player called Tempest. Now EGLzGaMeR is a player on the North American Masters League, so I've actually been watching his stream for quite a lot of today, and he is a very good player. Do apologise for the language on there, but no. EGLzGaMeR, very good player. I think he's #1 Masters player on North America League he's in at the moment when I was watching his stream earlier. So he's a great player, obviously plays for Evil Geniuses and is the Reg Zerg in the right position here. Now in the top left position we do have Tempest, who is going to be the blue Zerg, so we do have a ZvZ game going on here. Now I've got two really exciting bits of news coming up. Firstly, I do have to tell everyone about my Twitter. Basically I'm going to be posting all of my games, links to all my games there, just trying to get people's feedback and things through that medium. So the best way to contact me there is at SC2_England, and it'd be great if you guys could follow me, and then that way just get more of my videos known to people, obviously get feedback from the viewers and things like that. Now secondly, as some of you may have noticed, my sound quality isn't the greatest, but I have literally just bought off Amazon a brand new headset with a professional quality mic, all very good, set me back quite a bit of money. So I'm hoping that there'll be some really good quality sound coming up, get rid of the fan noise from my computer, and really improve things. So we've got Tempest going down for a 15 hatch here, which is very easy to defend on this map. I mean, really in any sort of ZvZ game, hatch first is pretty standard now at the higher levels, because as long as you get a baneling nest early enough, you're safe from any sort of mass ling pressure. You're also going to be good for production, you're going into the mid game. Really the only thing which can cause you any sort of significant problems is if your enemy does go for exceptionally early pulls, so sort of before temple. But as you see here, both players going for the gas timing before the pool, and all very standard things going on here. Now I mean, I don't think I mentioned the map is of course Antigua Shipyard. This is a ladder game, I do believe. It was uploaded to drop.sc, so great site, check it out if you haven't. Basically key features of this map are just the fact that your third base is very easy defended because of this choke here, although there are destructible rocks in position if you do want to take those out, but obviously they don't really become an option until sort of later on in the match, so any kind of rushing or things like that isn't really an option. Now both spawning pools are finishing up now. Obviously the hatch is already down now for Tempest, so economically he's fractionally ahead. Both players going for double queen though. I mean, for the sake of arguing, the hatches may have come out at practically the same time for the difference they're going to make. EGLzGaMeR is fractionally ahead now on the food count, although Tempest has caught him up pretty quickly. Both players going for speed first, and a spine crawler actually on its way now for EGLzGaMeR, and that's really a good move. You can focus fire down any banelings which may try and walk in the base early on. Also just gives an extra protection to the queen if zerglings are on the field and trying to snipe it off. But I mean, it's a very good move. Obviously a spine crawler's only drawback really in ZvZ is if you do get a mass speedling play, they can just run through, but in that case you just use 2 queens to block. And now we have got a baneling nest on its way down now for Tempest, so we may see some early baneling play, but most probably, since both players have gone for this hatch first build, that the baneling nest is there purely for defensive purposes as opposed to trying to do too much harassment. And now Tempest is just going to poke around with these lings, but there's 4 lings out for EGLzGaMeR as well, and obviously the spine crawler. Both actually got EGLzGaMeR going for a lot of zerglings now, so again, obviously if he's getting so many zerglings at this point in the game, meanwhile while Tempest is droning, he's really not going to be in a great position going on further here. And I mean, Tempest has done everything he needs to. He's forced a lot of lings out of EGLzGaMeR, and that spine crawler doing very well. And really EGLzGaMeR has overreacted a bit there, but he's good. He's forced this push back, and he could actually counterattack now. There's nothing in the way of defense for Tempest, having to get out 14 lings of his own now. So may actually find that this pays off well for LZ. Obviously, Tempest will be able to hold this off once those extra lings pop, although a surround on the Queen there, and the Queen will go down, and that's quite a big loss at this stage of the game. Great little bit of micro, and EGLzGaMeR is just going to keep going, and there goes some Baneling morphs in. Now, obviously, EGLzGaMeR will want to get those lings out of there before the Banelings do pop, otherwise he could take significant losses, although he's taken quite a lot of losses already. But meanwhile, behind this, EGLzGaMER is just getting another spine crawler out as well, so he's ready to deal that. And if we switch to the unit tab, I mean, it's 29 drones all, and that's really, really great. If we new feature, obviously this is on the new patch, is you can see lava in the units tab for Zerg players, which I actually think is quite useful because it's great for analysing. And we've got big Baneling ling pretty much all in here now from Tempest. It'll be interesting to see how EGLzGaMER deals with these, getting a lot of Banelings, so he can take out all of Tempest Banelings if he has good micro. But straight away, some already going, that was a big hit off on the lings, although lots of Banelings did survive, and really, EGLzGaMER has pretty much defended that off pretty nicely. And I mean, behind this, Tempest was droning up, getting his lair as well, so it wasn't really an all-in. His evolution chamber is also down, so he can start getting upgrades whenever he wants to. Lair now also on the way for EGLzGaMER, so both players playing exceptionally similar builds. Roach one on the way now for LZ, and I don't actually think there's a Roach one out yet for Tempest. Just having a quick look around. No Lair for Tempest. If we take a look here, just some lings are going to come in and poke for LZ, and what is he going to see? Not particularly much. I mean, there's some Banelings there. I mean, if he can get a Baneling hit to go off, which would be a nice little advantage, but he will scout that second evolution chamber on the way, so he knows there's going to be some kind of mass upgraded lings most probably at the moment, because he hasn't actually seen any Roach Warren. Meanwhile, the Roach Warren is pretty much now finished for LZ, so I'll expect to see some Roaches out soon. Obviously, there's 3 stages of transition between a ZvZ game. You initially have the Speedling phase, where it's just Zerglings you have to worry about. Then you have the Ling Bling phase, where everyone cries because they have to micro so hard to not get a nasty Baneling hit or lose all their Banelings from a Baneling. And then it's really about which player transitions into Roaches next. So Roaches really eradicate the need for Banelings because Banelings are so ineffective, and really that's really how you transition through ZvZ, because the Zergling phase is completely nullified once Banelings are out, and the Baneling phase is completely nullified once the Roaches are out. Now, what you can go on for Roaches is both players actually going for the Infestation Pit here, but the other option rather is a Spire, and obviously a Spire really nullifies the effectiveness of Roaches because you just have to go and kill him or have very, very good defense. But both players going for this Infestor build. EGLzGaMER going for the speed on the Roaches. It's about 3/4 of the way done, and Tempest actually getting down a Spore Crawler, so might be worried about either Burrow Banelings or Mutaplay, but I mean, neither of which he has to worry about at the moment. But obviously, fungal growth perfectly timed by both players, pretty much identical timings. The third hatch will finish for LZ before it does for Tempest, and this is great overlord position here, just scouting out absolutely everything that is going on. And if we take a quick look here, both players getting out quite a few Infestors. Obviously, Infestors very, very effective against Roaches because Roaches are armoured. And the one thing I do like EGLzGaMER doing here is keeping just a couple of Banelings around in order to deal with any sort of Ling pressure that does come in. And now a lot of Spine Crawlers going down, so Tempest is really wanting this to go into the macro game. I mean, Spine Crawlers are very effective against Roaches because while Roaches do quite heavy damage per hit, they have relatively low DPS. And I mean, Spine Crawlers are a good defense against Roaches because they are slow. +2 is on its way now for EGLzGaMER, and if we take a look up here, we've got 1/1 melee for Tempest as well. So both players going for slightly different builds. I mean, if we take a look here, there must be a Roach one out somewhere for Tempest. I can't believe he doesn't have a single Roach one. No, he doesn't at all. So 2 very, very different builds. Tempest going for Ling Infestor. Meanwhile, EGLzGaMER going for the Roach Infestor build, which both can work. I mean, Lings are very effective against Roaches if they can get this around, but if once Roach numbers get up high and they clump up, obviously it becomes a lot less effective. But these Infestors will be able to do great fungal growths, but likewise, LZ has also got quite a few Infestors. Now, these rocks are going to try and get taken down, but I mean, EGLzGaMER's just got great overlord positioning here. He's moving his spines down in order to just defend this front even better. both players have all 6 gas up and are just kind of saturating their third base as well. And Tempest just leaving these lings here in order to scout. Now, the interesting thing, LZ's got, he's got an Overlord here, and he's got Overlords all over the map. Meanwhile, Tempest doesn't really have any Overlord spread, so that could be problematic potentially, because he won't have the necessary scouting information. But LZ has just revealed he's got quite a few roaches there, but hasn't actually shown off the Infestor tech yet, I don't believe. So Tempest may be playing in the dark at the moment, but burrowing through these Infestors, and now I like this player a lot. If he gets those into the mineral line, which he won't, I don't believe. I believe there's an Overseer. Yep, we've got an Overseer there, so these Infestors could potentially die very, very quickly. It just depends whether they can skirt round, but no, they won't be able to. That Overseer is in range, and obviously now coming in there, Fungal Growth is off on all of the Infestors. 2 Fungal Growths off now. Won't actually manage to kill the Infestors of EGLzGaMeR, which is good for him. More spines going down now, a lot more spines. This kind of spine forest being built for Tempest now in order to defend for these roaches, which is all well and good. But obviously, if EGLzGaMeR does decide just to come and take out these rocks, I mean, he could just walk straight into the third base, and there's nothing that Tempest could do. And he doesn't have the Overlord spread really to scout it effectively. I mean, he does have the creep spread there, and Tempest really doing exactly what I thought LZ might, and just skirting these lings around the vision away from where EGLzGaMeR has got those Overlords placed. So a Spire now going down for LZ. Hive already done for Tempest as well, so he has got an Ultralisk Carbon on the way now, and that can be very, very effective. Obviously, roaches with speed, I believe, can outspeed Ultralisks, but anyway, different tech paths again. So EGLzGaMeR going for that Spire, so we may see Broodlords come out some point. Just trying to have a look, and this is fantastic. I actually saw this game streamed, and for those of you who don't know, EGLzGaMeR has realised that if on Antigua Shipyard, if you position your Infestors here, you can actually just fling over some infested Terrans, and he has managed to snipe that Hive. Now obviously the Ultralisk Cavern is already down, but it means 3-3 can't be done, and there's the GG. And wow, that was beautiful, beautiful play by EGLzGaMeR. I mean, I didn't know until I actually saw this game earlier on his stream that you could fling infested Terrans over there. So it's an unusual way to win a game, but it was very nicely done, and Tempest with the good manners there, just saying GG. So thank you very much all for watching, and again I'm going to plug it. SC2_England is my Twitter. Go and follow me on there, and I will try and get some more videos up soon. Thanks for watching.